Hi everyone, it's Jane here, just doing a little bit of craft on this little baby journal. I thought I would show you a little bit about what I've done, because I haven't filmed everything. So I thought I would show you a little bit about what I have been doing. So I've got to still stick this all down, but I did make, get that off for a sec. I did make a little bookmark to go in the front, and I've kind of just put that on the back. This was it's actually a bit of this that I made. So I made this on some card. It's just strips of paper that I've had left over on when I've been making journals and I've got the trimmings. So I stuck them all down, and then I put a stencil, and I stenciled on some crackle paste. So it's now got a really kind of nice texture to it. So this came from there. I just cut a piece of that off and made a little bookmark to go in there. I always think those little jobs are quite nice. If you've literally only got, 10-15 minutes to spare, you can just get involved and do something a little bit creative, even when you don't really have a lot of time. So I've started to work through the pages of this. I've put this down to have a little pocket. I'm not sure, I might just seal that down completely and put lace over it. I'm not sure yet. So I've made a little pocket here, and there's a little pocket here. So that's that. And I don't think I've done much else in this. I tried to work through each of the signatures and do one thing or a couple of things in each. So the other thing I did in here was this little envelope. I made the little tuck thing. You can just tuck that in now because the glue's all dry. You just need to go in and put a little bit of something underneath there to stick that down properly. Let's try it with our stick. Let's see if we can just get underneath that a little bit, so that can be stuck down a little bit better. So I think that's all I've done in that signature. I've got the back page. What have we got done in this one? I've done the same here. Let's see what else we've got. And I've done the same there. So I may keep those as pockets. I might not. Haven't decided yet. They're very small pockets, but they'd be fine for like just putting a sticker into. Made a little pocket here. So we've got space there, and we've got space there. That's all that. That's all that. And I've got something here. These, I love doing these. This is like a corset pocket. So you just make two sides, put them together, punch the holes, and then you literally just put, like you're tying up a shoelace, and it makes like a little corset, and then you can tuck things underneath it. It's really cool. So I usually put one of those in each of my journals because I just find them quite fun. Don't think there was anything else in this side. No. Okay, so that's signature 2. Then signature 3, same story. I don't know if I've put anything into signature 3 yet. I do try to keep them even if I can. Just work through and put one thing in each. Yeah, made a belly band for this one. Had a little bit of leftover paper, so made a little belly band. So that's what we did in this signature. I'm not sure whether we actually did anything in this signature or not. I'm hoping we did. I think I might have done a corner pocket in here. Yeah, I did. So I had a little bit of leftover paper here, And so I've just made a corner pocket. So each, sorry, excuse my dirty nail. It's, I've been potting some baby spider plants. So that's why. So that's all what that's what I've done so far in here. So I thought I would just come and do a couple more bits and pieces in here, so that I can just do a few more bits. So I've got this stamp. The tale of the stamp begins. So I've got this stamp, and for some reason it won't let me just get this out of the way and see if I can get a bit of paper to show you. Just get a bit of a book page. It won't let me put the stamp in this way. There's something blocking it and I can't see what it is. Oh, how amazing is that? That's been bugging me for 2 days, and I nearly threw it away. I've literally just done that and it's fixed. So hey, I think you guys helped me fix it. Thank you very much. So I did have something stuck in there, but it seems to have come out. Excellent. So now we have stuff to do. What I would say, what I tend to do when I'm going to do stamping and things, this is one of the ones I did manage to get out of there, is to do it on just the words, because it makes it more interesting than if it's blank. And you can use the blank bits for something else a different time. So I'm just going to chop off. I'll leave the number on because that might be quite interesting to leave on. And then I'll just chop down this side. So you can use a trimmer if you want to, if you like it neater. I don't think it matters really if you're going to stamp holes out of it. And then I'll just get my big old stamp and stamp out some butterflies. This is quite a big one. So that's 4. We've got 4 signatures, so we'll have 4 butterflies for now. That's that. All good stuff. And I do have this other little one, which is more for little butterflies. So I don't know if I can get maybe a small one out of there. Maybe I can. Let's see. And there he is. Let's see if we can get some more. There's 2. It's quite handy to have different sizes because you can use up more of your book page. Now I'm kind of guessing, but you don't have to. You can turn it over and make sure that your butterfly is going to be popped out of the words rather than the blank pieces of paper. So they're really pretty. I really like those, and they're all good fun. So what I tend to do with things like this to make them pop on the page is to just ink around them. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get hold of this, and I'm gonna ink some of them in some slightly different colours, so they've got a little bit of different stuff to them. We've got a nice pinky one here we can use. So hope everyone is okay. It's all still quite full on here. Lots of things still to be done, still to be organised, but I kind of feel like we're getting somewhere now. Don't know what it's like where you are, but it's suddenly turned into spring here. I'm going to be putting up my spring decor. I've kind of got sucked into that whole, I think it's quite an American idea, of like almost decorating for each different season. So I always love doing the Christmas decorations, and I love doing the Halloween ones as well. So I kind of thought, well, you know, maybe I'll do some for spring. So I've got a few little bits and pieces for spring, and I'm gonna do that. So let me try this green. Don't use a lot of green, so I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, I've been repotting some baby spider plants. I'm gonna have some plants around. I might get a few more different plants, because I didn't used to be able to keep plants ready. I wasn't very good with them. I tended to kill them or at least, you know, they didn't survive very well with me. So I've got a few more plants. I've been having my daffodils out, but I've got a little Hello Spring thing, and I've also got some other bits and pieces. I've got a craft task that I'm going to do for my spring decor as well, so I might do that this week, because the sun's all out now and it feels like spring, but it won't be like this for long because next week it's going to be cold again. So you never know in Britain. One minute it's this, one minute it's that. So we'll see what happens. I wonder what I've got here. What could I have on this? I'm trying to keep these quite muted. I don't want them too bright. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to try that, I suppose. It's not too leery. That's green. We've had pink. Got a brownie colour. I'm just using my little baby inks at the moment. I do have more big inks in the big ink pot, so I might have to go into the big ink pot to get a different colour, or see what's left on the dobber. So we've done green, we've done green, done that. That's that. Don't want really dark blue. Won't really fit in with what we've got going on here. I've got a brown. Let's do one of them brown. Yeah, so sorry, I was rambling on about the decorations. So I've got some nice little spring bits and bobs, and I'm gonna put those up over the next couple of weeks, I would say. So maybe I'll make a little video showing the different things that I've got. I'm going to put up, because I thought it might be quite nice to do. Not quite sure what I'd do in the summer, because I absolutely detest the summer with all of my being. So it might be quite nice to try and do something that actually sort of cheers me up about it. So, but I don't know. But anyway, that's for the future. We don't need to worry about that. We're not even into spring properly yet. Don't think that is going to work. I don't think there's enough left on there. Oh, I wonder if a bit of water might spruce that up a bit. Just put a little bit of water on there, see if it works. Dab it a little bit so that it's not too wet and gooey. Let's see if it works on here. No, it's not really working. So that didn't work then. I think I might have to get out one of the other colours. I did notice I had a lilac one in here. Let's get that one out. I was just being lazy and trying to avoid opening another one up, but that didn't work. So we'll just crack on and open another one up. Let's see. Okie dokey. Put that into a little pile of stuff to go in the bin. Right, now. I don't think that's really maybe the right colour. I think now I might have gone a bit too light. Let's have a look. That's a bit better. Now we can see the colour of it. Of course, you don't have to ink any of this stuff. It's purely choice whether you do that or not. I just quite like the effect of it. Sort of makes things pop out a little bit. So there we go. We've now got our butterflies and our ink pots. I kind of may not look like it from the state of this desk, but I am kind of trying to tidy up as I'm going along now that I'm in this new home, because I do remember my desk being very, very crazy and it had so much on it. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit tidier. It's not always possible because quite often my energy just drops out completely. And then I'm kind of done. But I'm doing my best to keep things a little bit tidier. So let's see. This is quite a nice, just plain white. So they might pop out of here quite nicely. This is quite handy because it's heavy. Everything has more than one purpose. So I'm just going to get my little bit of sort of grease-proof paper for my gluing. So which one should we have first? Let's have the little lilac one, because that's to hand. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it on here and then just glue all over the back. You will get covered in glue doing this. There's just no escape. No, glue gets everywhere, but it's okay. So I'm going to put this one down in this corner. Like that. And then we'll put his little buddy over. I'm just going to twist this around so it's coming from a different angle. We're in this corner. So that's our two little lilacs. They look quite cute there. I'm going to put this going into the next one. So for a change, we'll put it over on this side. And I think we'll have the brown one here. Right, I'm going to keep that soft like that. Okay. So with the big one, we're back on here again. Oh, I've already got... Honestly, Jane, what am I like? I'm merrily trying to take my glue lid off. My glue lid's already off. And now I'm all gluey again. I always think it's handy to have the baby wipes on the desk because they are just always useful. And then once they've dried, you can use them to just sort of help you spread your glue. So again, everything gets used a few different times. So this time we're going to put one in this corner. Just push it right down. And then where's my little baby brown one? There he is. We'll put this one up there like he's coming downwards. So that's him. They look quite cool there. Oh, it's still gluey. Okay. So now we're into signature number 3. Let's see what we can find in here. That's quite a nice white page. It just helps them to sort of stand out. Right, you can go there for a minute. We'll use the green one here. And this time, I'm going to pop the green one up in the top corner. So if you don't want to get gluey, you can always use one of these dry ones to just press it down. But I sort of give up really because I've always ended up gluey. So it's not a problem. I can always wipe it off. And then we'll put this one down here, going a slightly different way. I think it's nice to just kind of mix it up, send them in different directions. And then we've got the last one. Actually, we'll put it in here towards the back because that's a bit different, having it right at the back rather than at the front. Pop this down here so that you get, hold it like that. Have our little pinky one. One flying that way, and a little baby one. And you can be flying. Actually, we'll put in there for a bit of a change. Otherwise, it's all just everyone's in the corner and everyone's not in the corner. Let me just do that. So that's all good. So we've got some nice little butterfly decorations going on there. And just while I'm in the middle of doing the butterflies with you, I'll just show you something else that I have done with these before, because this is quite fun. I'm just keeping that one for October because it's got a big bat on it, so that will be useful. Let's just see. Book page is always really useful. You know, if you've got book pages from any old book that you don't want anymore, just rip them out, keep them in a folder, and you can have book page coming out of your ears if you want it. And it's always just really handy to use up. So I'm going to do the same with this one. Chop off the edges. Like that. Oh, that's something weird's just fallen off. One sec. Didn't even feel that go. Just heard it go pop. There we go. That's you. Get back in the box. Right, and then we'll cut this one off. I will sit and get rid of those trimmings later on. Not today, probably. Just wanted to show you another little thing that you can do with your butterfly stamper. This one was actually really expensive. It was like 20 quid, so not cheap when it comes to stamps. So I like to try and use it in as many different ways as possible. So I'll just show you the other way of doing this so that you can, I mean, I just guess, but you can do it this way if you need to. You just pop it there, and then you can be sure you're stamping out the butterfly. And I'll just do 3 out of this one for now, just because it's easier for this particular purpose. So I would definitely still ink these. So let me just grab my ink pots again. Okay. I'm just going to do this one brown for now. Okay, a little brown. Just go around there. Go as close to the edges as you can. I am a bit clumsy and I rush, so you can do a better job of that. If you want to just keep it to the very, very edges, you can do a much better job of that than I do. So I just rush everything. So that's that. That's that. What I would do with these, and I'll show you why in a sec, is just do the other sides as well. So the front and back is done. Let's do the back of this one. So that. And this one, front and back. You can do this with anything really. You can do it with scrapbook paper, just do it with ordinary brown paper, book page, bits and pieces of leftover stuff, whatever you have kicking around paper-wise, bits of old magazine, whatever you have. So now I've got 3 of those. Let's put this stuff away. And then what you can do, just grab my stapler. Now a lot of people have one of those like mini, Tim Holtz does this little mini stapler which is tiny. I don't have one of those, but an ordinary stapler is fine. So you can get your butterfly, stick them all together. Now the other way of doing this, it would be to, you know, fold your paper up and just cut 3 out all together. You could easily do that. But I didn't think of that at the time, but you could. And then just get your stapler and staple down the middle of your butterfly. Like that. That's it. So then you can open out his wings or her wings. And you could maybe put them in the centre of the journal. So you just stick the bottom one down and the other one can kind of like pop up. It's really cute. So that's just another little thing that I did with my butterfly stamp. I have to search for my words sometimes. So what I would do to cover up the staple, you don't have to, but you can do it if you want to, is to just use some of these little guys, little Nouveau drops or whatever they're called. What ones are these? These are called Dovecraft Pearl Effects. You could get these in all sorts of different colours. That was just the first one I grabbed. That needs to stay there now and dry, because the other thing when you put Nouveau drops or Pearl Effect thingamajiggies on things is, if you're me, you pick them up before they're dry and then they get squidged. So that's just a little short update on what I've been doing with my crafty bits and bobs. I will be back again to do a bit more. I've got a bit more to do in the big journal, so there's loads going on. And I'm also going to try and make my spring clay thing. I'm going to do that next week. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back on to do a little bit more probably during the week sometime. I'm going to try and do one of these weekly if I can, because you know, I've neglected my channel and I don't really want to. I want to be more active on here, so that's what I'm intending to do. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you all very, very soon. Bye for now.